Sky Roberts and her sister-in-law, Amanda Roberts. And I just want to thank you both for being here on a day like today. And we've spoken many times, and your sister's story is just devastating. And to read this account is heartbreaking to me. I can't imagine what it's like as her family. And Sky, I just, knowing that he used you to threaten her, I wonder how that felt for you to read that.
I would say that it was shocking to me. I didn't realize that to that extent. My sister was very transparent with us as to what was going to be coming out in the book. But when you see those details and you hear her voice coming through those pages, it feels so much different. And I could really hear her in those moments. And I mean, truthfully, I think it's disgusting. I mean, it really is, from the basic level of my own father using it against me, to Jeffrey Epstein using it against me as well, or to my sister of threatening me. Like, it is a predator's playbook. And so I think we have to continue to remind ourselves that these people were using the people around the survivors, the victims at that time, to hold them hostage in so many ways.
Yeah, and just to think about, you know, the fear that she must have lived in when he makes a comment like that about not only threatening her siblings, but also saying, you know, that he owns the police department in Palm Beach, as he put it. And, you know, it extended far beyond that, Amanda, because she also talked about being taken to his infamous island. And she says that a well-known prime minister beat and brutally raped her. And a part that really crushed me was she writes that she was worried she would die a sex slave.
Yeah, I think reading that off the page, those details, they're extremely hard to read, especially being so close. You know, there's moments that we've had to stop and take a breath. But what I do want to say, there were moments in there that she allowed us to take that breath. And she said, hey, stick with me here, because I promise you it's going to get better. And to know that she was so viciously assaulted, it's a reminder of what these survivors went through. And it really pulls on you to want to fight for them, because this wasn't this lavish thing. And we get so caught in the salacious details of naming a name. There's very real, brutal trauma there that these survivors are having to live through every single day of their life.
Yeah, and she writes, you know, in regards to the unnamed prime minister here, how in a weird way she almost felt like that Jeffrey Epstein would eventually look out for her, but it was that situation with that person that made her realize he wouldn't, and that even when she was scared of this person, that Sky, that he still didn't. That he didn't care, essentially, what happened to her.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good point, Caitlin, because that was really the beginning of the end for her in so many ways. I mean, I think in some ways she wanted to look at Epstein as somebody, as you had noted, was looking out for her. He had promised her a lot of different things. I think that's sort of the playbook of a predator, right? It's to promise you things that you think you're going to get, but you don't get any of those. And, you know, I think the fact that he sent her back to him, and he brutally already had abused her. And although the second time may not have necessarily been as bad around, it's still a pretty big, I'd say it's a pretty big statement, the fact that he didn't care for them. He didn't care about the victims at all. And so, you know, I think it's important not to get caught up in the salacious details like Amanda had noted, and to really get down to kind of the basics of how these people groom these young girls at the time. It's absolutely disgusting.
Well, and just, you know, what she writes about how she kind of just witnessed, once this came to light, the denials from the people that were involved in this. And I think obviously Prince Andrew is one of the most infamous ones. And she wrote in it, obviously, you know, now he's relinquished his titles. He's no longer going to be known as the Duke of York. And he claimed he never met your sister. And she wrote in the book that after he cast doubt on her credibility for so long, that his team had even gone so far as to try to hire internet trolls to harass her. And she said that she felt he owed her a meaningful apology for that. Obviously, he fiercely denies these accusations from her. But I wonder, Amanda, if you still think that she's owed that apology from him.
Absolutely. I think he absolutely owes her that apology, especially with the information that just released that he had given her personal information, her social security card, to dig up information on her. Why would you go through those lengths if you're not guilty? And it's just, she deserves more than an apology, to be quite honest. And we're hoping that the things that have come to light will lead to real investigations, because again and again and again, our sister is proving to be a truth teller. And I hope that this moment is vindication for her and every single survivor that has come forward and still has yet to come forward. I hope that it opens the door for them to say that there is proof out there, and we believe you and we see you, and those things will come to surface. The truth will come to surface.
Sky and Amanda, I just want to say thank you. I know that every time we have you on to talk about this, it's never an easy conversation for either of you, and I'm very grateful that you will come on and talk about your sister and what she survived and her legacy and what she fought for. So thank you both for your time tonight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's great to have you too. Up next here for us, we'll continue to follow that story, obviously, and the developments that come out of it. Also, we're checking on what's happening in North Carolina today, as Republicans said that they want to give the president what he asked for inside the Rose Garden today when it comes to the midterms next year. A congressman in North Carolina who might lose his seat because of this is going to join me right after this.
Today, business happens virtually everywhere. That's why you need Supermobile from T-Mobile. The best plan on the best network.